chooser-based actions. But why? So right now we have section-based montages. With section-based montages, like this one, like hit montage, you can create one montage with multiple sections, map sections to directions or whatever you want it to. It's going to get messy if you, let's say, introduce forward left, forward right. Like if you have different angles or something, it's just going to get messy. If you want to also add some different kind of statistics, dependencies, or anything, then it becomes a real nightmare to, manage it in blueprints or even in code. Like it's just hard to manage those things. So that's where chooser-based actions come in. So you basically create individual montages. All of this are going to be individual montages. So I've actually, for now, created a hit reaction choosers for demonstration. So this, by the way, this is a demonstration video and not a tutorial. The tutorial will come later, but this is just a demonstration of how chooser-based actions is implemented right now by me. This is a hit reactions chooser table, and these are nested chooser tables. This is very good for categorizing stuff. So now if I go to forward hits, I have all these animation montages, and all of these are single montages. So that's the benefit, like you create individual montages, set up the chooser table. It's very cleaner and organized, and it's easier to maintain as your project grows, right? And let's talk about performance, because that is something which must be on many people's mind about chooser. And it's crucial, yeah. One large montage like this one, like when you have section-based thing, one large montage loads entirely into the memory. All sections load, even though unused, even the unused ones, right? So now there was more memory overhead because of this, and it can impact game performance when if it's a large montage. So there's one of the reason, like we don't want to use a large combo using section-based thing. We have now combo graph to handle that. We have individual montages which takes care of that. So you can also like just go to any marketplace animation asset, right? Like I'll just go to maybe, yeah, go Samurai, Katana, and all of them usually have a animation montage which combines all the animations together. I know there's just a lot of animations, but still, it's just the point is like when you open this, your editor is going to freeze a bit because it takes time to load that, and you will notice that a drop in an FPS or something like that in performance. You will just drop because it's a big montage. That's my point is like large section-based montages has a performance issue. But if you only have like 4 or 6 sections, it might not be an issue. But when it comes to chooser-based actions loads only a specific single smaller montage, right? It's better for memory management and is efficient for resource usage as well. And it's ideal for many animations. The reason why Epic is using choosers to drive their motion matching animations, and that runs on ticks, so it's very performance friendly. And let's talk about debugging, right? So we can't really debug these things, like now it's going to be hard to debug, right, in real time. But here we can. So I'll just show you a very simple example. Let's go to one of my actions. Let's go to one of my actions. Remove the animation montage. Yeah, so I have created a lot of choosers based actions. I will open one of them, action hit reaction chooser. This for hit reactions. So it's quite easy to do. So I can actually create a new one, and I can show you, create a new action. This will be of chooser action. ACF chooser action. I've also created a directional chooser, so it has preset up with the input direction, right? Like the specialized class that chooses animations based on the input direction. And I also have a hit reaction, which is this one, which I was showing you previously. So and I also have sustained choosers. That is basically the sustained version of actions. So let's create a basic one, right? So I'll just quickly call it action underscore, say dodge for dodge test or something. And so here, what we have to do is call set chooser params first. This is going to get called before the action starts. So here you can basically define anything you want. You can define any variable. So I'll just open the hit reaction chooser and show you. So here I have defined set stagger, which is my stagger statistics, which I do calculate from the equilibrium statistics, and I set it, right, f stagger. And then the next thing I do is set the direction I'm getting hit from, basically the last damage, and I'm getting the get hit direction in a range, in a float range way, because I prefer to use it in float rather than enums like left, front, or right or something. It just gives me a lot of more freedom to handle those. So anyway, after that is for blood Niagara effects or something, and then if the AI is, you basically can define anything you want. So I've defined some of this here. Now the next thing, after defining those things, what we need to do is just create a chooser, right? So if you go here and create a chooser table, so let's create a chooser, and I will select this as generic chooser. The result class is going to be animation montage, anim montage, and we have to add a parameter here, then class params, and class is going to be the action which you just created. So if I create, let's say, action underscore what was the name? Dodge, I guess, dodge test. Yeah, dodge test create. So this will be cht underscore dodge test. So here now, all you have to do is add your animations, and you can add the columns, which are basically the variables which you create here. So I will just show you what I've done in hit reaction as an example. So I have all of these variables exposed, and I just created a chooser based on that. So if I go to, where is the hit reaction? This one. So if you see here, the class on the right side is action hit reaction chooser. So now I have categorized this as nested chooser. So it's very easy to do. You just create a nested chooser. That's it. So if I go into forward heads, I'll go inside. So this is the float difference. What float difference is, like there are actually lots of columns: boolean, enum, float range, gameplay tag. Gameplay tag for some reason doesn't work for me. I don't know why. Is it a bug or not? I don't know. Object and object class. Float difference is for scoring. Basically, how close something is to a particular number. So that's how I've set up. So it's direction. 45 means like forward right. 30 means I think it's right, or something like that. And the float difference is the stagger, which I have my own statistics like equilibrium. I use that to handle different. For example, if this is a stagger like 90, means it's a very strong hit. So I have an animation that which actually pushes you further. Right, so this is how you can actually manage everything, right? So this float difference left pitch is like the angle, the vertical angle from which you're getting hit, and then there's the randomizer, like it can randomize between stuff. You can see, right? So I can actually add so many things here, right? So if I go to hit reaction, let's say, maybe just add a new column here. Let's say you want to, let's object class, damage weapon, like it could be a sword, it could be an arrow. The penetration damage type plays this particular montage. Then I can do subclass of penetration, right? And similarly here, let's say here I can do maybe cut, and this is pushing me backwards. Maybe this could be impact, or huge impact, anything. You get the point, right? So you have so much control. You don't have to write spaghetti code in blueprints. You don't have to write any of those things for section-based montages. You can just configure it. It is highly scalable and highly efficient. So I can show you how it works as well. So let's talk about debugging right now, right? Because debugging is one of the important features here in choosers. So you can also debug. So let's go into the map. I will just do the debug target as my character. And let's first, the dummy shooter, let me put, what's the damage here? 200, that's too much. Let's put 25 damage. And let's try this now. Okay. So now you see, right? If you see here, this one got selected. The first hit, this one got selected because there was a randomizer as well. So if we notice, the reason it's getting selected is because of this. Like I think the arrow came from a lower angle than this, so it came at a 30-degree angle vertically. Otherwise, both of them produce the 25 stagger. So 20, 20, 20 are closest to them, and the direction is 0. 0 means straight forward. So all of this also got selected. So this is basically for scoring. And then we have a randomizer, and that's why this got selected. And the first time this got selected, because they are almost identical, is minus 58, so that is why it is actually coming from above, I guess. Anyway, so this way you can actually debug, right? So if I, let's say, increase the damage a bit so that the stagger is higher, let's go and increase the damage of this to maybe 50, then it's going to play a different montage. So I've made the damage 50. Let's try it again. So yeah, it played a different montage, right? Oh, damn. Also, direction, from different direction. Oh, I fell. It's going to play different ones. So here, this is not even getting selected because this is from side, so the left hit got selected, right? Because this was a left hit. Let's try again. Yeah. I will do the damage as just 5, like nothing. So I think most likely this is going to get selected, and I've purposely, since there's a very small damage, I'm running this animation montage on upper body, this particular one, because I can keep on running if I'm getting hit. because the rest of the animations it's running on default. So whenever I get hit, I'm going to stop, right? But this is in the first one, if the damage is very less, I'm just shrugging off the damage, right? So I'm maintaining my momentum. Now this part is not even possible in section-based montage because you have to select a default slot group, or maybe you can add different slots and manage those things, but it's going to be a nightmare. But anyway, so let's try this. I have this 5 damage. Let's move. Yeah, I'm not going to stop. Keep moving. All right. And yes, I forgot to mention that all we have to do is just override the event set chooser params. All that is all you have to do. And yeah, obviously you have to go to actions, action sets, like whatever your action set is. Maybe let's go to not this one, maybe the player one. Yeah, and just assign your new chooser-based action. So let's say this is dodge. So I selected action directional dodge action, and it gives you a chooser table, and you have to just assign this here. That's all you have to do. So it's really good to use choosers for this kind of things. And by the way, this is not just for hit reactions. Like I'm loving this so much. I actually using it for many actions. So I can show you, right? So I use it for block. Like if I show you, so I have different animations for block. Every time it plays a different one. Yeah, block hits, like based on what you are blocking. Maybe you can have, for blocking an arrow could be different than blocking a sword or blocking a hammer. Could be different. You can just go to your particular action and set a param and then use that in the hit reaction or like whatever your chooser table is, right? So I'm using it for many things, like even for Niagara effects, choosing that as well for blood effects, even for counter attacks, for dodge obviously. Like this is for input, like based on your input direction, what keys you're pressing, or even your controller. So it will select that, right? So I have configured some of them, and obviously you can choose like if you're holding a particular weapon, the dodge should be different or something like that. In fact, like you can also do it on angle because you can actually choose a float scoring method based on that. So let's say if I dodge here, let's dodge, let's dodge right now. So I can, every time the dodge is different, right? So because you have a lot of stuff you can actually do. And also I can do backward left dodge like this, any kind of direction. There's like omnidirectional, right? Oops, I just jumped into that hit. Even this guy is actually using different hit reactions based on what I do, and also both block hit reaction and as well as damage hit reactions. Is based on the damage and based on the stagger. This is what chooser-based actions can help you achieve. And yes, so if you like this feature, chooser-based action, and wants to see an ACF, do let me know. I will also be doing a tutorial if enough people are interested in it. So let me know what you guys think.